Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for stopping by. So for today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a very delicious braised red wine short ribs. Now I did short ribs a few years ago and it did really well, so I want to give you guys another recipe. And you know, it's a bit of a process, but if you just trust it, in the end, you're gonna love it. So if you want to see how I make mine, then keep watching. But before we get started, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And you guys, a couple of weeks ago, I started a new channel here on YouTube. It's called April Time, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And you know what, I just decided to go ahead and do it. So if you can go over there and subscribe to it, I would really appreciate it, and I will love the support. And don't forget to click on that notification bell just in case when I do drop a video, you will be the first to know, okay? So no talking, let's go ahead and get cooking. So I'm going to start off by prepping the meat, and as you can see, I have 5 beef short ribs with the bone in. So you want to make sure that your short ribs are going to be really delicious. So you want to season very generously with some sea salt and some black pepper. And of course, my favorite, some onion powder as well as some garlic powder, and make sure that you flip it over because you want to make sure that the meat is seasoned on all sides. So I'm done with my seasonings, and now I'm just going to put some gloves on and take my hands and just rub the meat, just making sure that all that seasoning is well incorporated. And once I'm done, I'm just going to set it to the side and I'm going to get started on the vegetables. So here are the vegetables that I'm going to be working with, and I'm going to start off by roughly chopping 3 celery stalks. And now I'm going to chop 3 carrots. And I'm also going to chop up 1 medium-sized brown onion. And if you notice, I'm chopping my vegetables up pretty big because the meat is going to braise in the oven for about 3.5 hours, and I want my vegetables to not break down. And of course, if you know me, you know that no recipe will be complete without chopping up 3 garlic cloves. So I'm done chopping up all of my vegetables, so now let's head on over to the stove because I'm ready to start making some short ribs. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to warm up some oil over medium-high heat, and I have some avocado oil. And once your oil is hot enough, begin putting in your short ribs. You're going to hear the sizzle, one of my favorite sounds. And you want to continue to rotate your ribs every 4 minutes until your ribs are browned up on all sides. So my meat is all done, and now I'm just going to take it out of the pot and just rest it on the plate. In the same pot for about 3 to 4 minutes, I'm going to add and saute all of my chopped vegetables. I'm going to go ahead and add in my chopped garlic and continue to stir and saute the vegetables. And at this point, I went ahead and I added some more sea salt and black pepper just to make sure that it's seasoned really well. And I also stirred in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Now for the razzle dazzle for this recipe, I'm going to add in some red wine to deglaze the pan. So I'm going to add 2 cups of some Sauvignon Cabernet red wine. And at this point, you just want it to simmer for 10 minutes so it can reduce and for the alcohol to cook out. So everything is smelling really good at this point, and you want to add right back in the short ribs. Don't forget the juice. And now I'm going to add in 2 cups of beef broth, but as a note, if you want to cook this recipe without the red wine, go ahead and add in 4 cups of beef broth. And before it goes in the oven, I'm going to add in some fresh rosemary and thyme, and also 2 bay leaves. And so I've already preheated the oven at 325 degrees, and this is going to braise in the oven for 3.5 hours. Oh my god, after 3.5 hours of braising in the oven, this is what my short ribs are looking like, you guys. Look how delicious. Look at the color. The meat is practically falling off the bone, so I'm being very careful as I remove it from the pot. And at this point, there are a couple of things you can do. You can keep the vegetables, which are completely intact after being in the oven for over 3 hours. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain it. Yeah, I'm going to strain it in a separate bowl, catching all those vegetables, because what I'm going for is a smooth gravy. So yeah, I'm trying to get as much of that delicious gravy as possible. And that's what it looks like. And now I'm going to pour the gravy back into the same pot. And over medium heat, I'm going to add and whisk in 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter. And then off camera, I went ahead and I mixed together a tablespoon of flour and water together, add that into the gravy just to create some thickness. And just let this cook down for 10 minutes and we're pretty much done. Now I know it takes a little bit of time to put together, but in the end, look, it is all worth it. Now in my opinion, the best way to enjoy these short ribs is served up with some mashed potatoes. Not only is the gravy delicious, but the meat is perfect. It is mouth-watering, it is tender, and look how it falls off the bone. But we are all done, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Share it with everybody you know. Follow me on my new channel. It's called ThymeWithApril here on YouTube. And if you give this recipe a try, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. You guys, before you leave, don't forget to subscribe to my channel by hitting that subscriber button you see at the bottom of the screen. And if you want to see another video, go ahead and click that box you see right over there. But until then, thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye bye.